Hello, everybody. This is Dee, and happy New Year's Eve. I'm hoping everybody is going to have a fabulous time tonight and enjoy themselves and drink responsibly and get home safely and not feel like garbage tomorrow. But that's not what this video is about. I am going to ask you to let me be your big sister for just a few moments. So, as somebody who has worked with the police in a forensic capacity, I have worked as an SA examiner. I want to give you young men and women some very important advice today, and please watch this video till the end. I don't have a script, I don't have notes, but I'm going to try not to go off topic. First of all, first rule, I'm going to talk to you young ladies. Do not leave your drinks alone to go to the bathroom. Do not hand your drinks to a girl you don't know to hold while you go to the bathroom. Girls that you don't know are not your friends. They're just another person where you are that's out at a bar, and you don't know who their friends are and where their alliances lie, okay? You don't hand your drinks to anyone who isn't very close to you. In fact, I would be hesitant to hand my drinks to my own friends if I was going into the bathroom. Do not take drinks from anybody who is not a bartender. When you go out on New Year's Eve and they leave trays of champagne around, and they will walk around and not pay attention, and sometimes the server will put the champagne down on a table and wipe up a spill or wipe a table up and then turn around and pick up her tray of champagne and then continue around the room offering people champagne flutes full of champagne. Do not take champagne flutes off of the trays that the servers are offering, because that might have just happened, and while she was picking up her spill, someone might have drugged a glass of that champagne, and they're just watching and watching the bar to see who's the lucky gal who picked up that glass and drank it, or the lucky young man, because he will be the victim of a robbery that night. So, what else? With regard to your drinks, only accept drinks from a bartender. Do not go outside for a cigarette with a man that isn't in your friend group. Do not go outside alone with a man or women that you don't know, period. Don't go anywhere outside of where you are with your friends without telling them where you're going and showing them the faces of who you're going with, okay? Make sure that you don't leave wherever you're supposed to be and go off on your own anywhere. Make sure your friends know where you are. And if you see another girl in trouble or being coerced away from her friends and out the door, stop it. Get in the middle and say, do you know these people? Where are you guys going? Where are you heading? Do you know their names? Because a girl who has been drugged often just appears to be tipsy or drunk, and they don't realize that they've been drugged until the next day when they don't remember anything, and they don't show any overt symptoms at the time. If you see a girl who is unconscious or very sick on the bathroom floor, who is very ill, and she is alone, stop and help her. People die from alcohol poisoning every day, and they also die from drug overdoses, and they die when they don't even know they've been given drugs. And a lot of the drugs that people have access to are laced with fentanyl. And fentanyl is capital punishment. It is the one way to take someone out and be sure they're going to be really good and dead by the time they're done with their fentanyl. And these people who buy these drugs don't know what's in them. They buy them from the most available, accessible, and affordable resource that they can. And then they will use it on the most unsuspecting victims. So ladies, look out for each other. Don't necessarily trust other girls, but look out for other girls. Be a good person. Be a good big sister to anybody who needs one, and don't let another girl get taken advantage of. If you see someone getting scurried and hurried out the door by a group of guys or by one guy, and something doesn't feel right in your gut, and you know it doesn't feel right, like you have that feeling that she doesn't know him, or she just started talking to him, or she was talking to other guys, chances are, if he's her boyfriend, she wouldn't have been talking to all these other guys because her boyfriend wouldn't have liked that. So you know something isn't right. So just get in there and make sure that that gentleman knows that you see him. Even if she ends up leaving with him because she makes a decision and says, girl, like, mind your business. I'm leaving. It's none of your business who I leave with. It is none of your business. That's fine then. But you did the right thing by intervening, and he knows that you saw his face and you saw him. And it's not a bad idea also to tell the bartender, there was just a girl here who left with a guy who I know is a stranger, just in case anything comes up tomorrow. I did stop and talk to them and I saw him, just so you know. And the other piece of advice is, when you are leaving after the bar closes, nothing good ever happens after hours. Nothing good happens at the after party. I promise you this. Nothing good happens, whether you're a man or a woman. That is where everything bad goes down, at the after party. So when the bar closes and it's last call, have your last drink, chug some water, go home, have a snack, sleep on your side in case you vomit so you don't choke to death and die, and wake up tomorrow and deal with the punishment you've been served for the fun night that you had. But don't go to an after party because terrible things happen, okay? And don't go with anybody alone anywhere. And especially, I have seen on New Year's Eve people who have drank the drinks off the trays that the servers walk around giving away complimentary on the house, the glasses of champagne near New Year's, near midnight. Just buy your own champagne or go up to the bar and get a fresh glass poured for you. Don't take it off the tray, because too often these trays get tampered with. Now, for you young men and gentlemen, any gentleman of any age, my advice to you, if a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls seems to be overly friendly with you and buying you drinks and going out of their way, buying you drinks, trying to get you drunk, you might think you might be the hero of the group because a bunch of girls is swarming you and they won't leave you alone. This is dangerous behavior. That's not normal culture. That's not how it works. Something's fishy, something's up, something is wrong, something is going wrong, and there's a plan for you. And most of the time, the plan is to either drug you and rob you and steal everything you have, or it is to beat you up afterwards to get you into a state where you don't know what you're doing and to get you outside so you can be assaulted. But most of the time, it's for the purpose of intoxicating you to the point where you can be robbed and you won't notice, okay? You're still at the same risk for drugs in your drinks, so watch your drinks. Don't leave your drinks unattended. Do not leave your drinks unattended with a woman, because women are oftentimes the wingmen for groups of men who are looking to do terrible things to other men. They will send the girl over to sit and flirt with you and talk with you and hang out with you, and you will trust that this girl is just interested in you because she's hot and beautiful and super friendly and cute and funny, and she likes you, when really she's working for a bunch of assholes in the corner who are planning on robbing you, and she will be the one that slips something in your drink when you're not looking because you are unsuspecting, because she is a woman. Women are just as prone to criminal and antisocial and dangerous behavior as men. So if a woman is all over you and it's not the type of woman that you usually find hitting on you, and it just seems like usually you're raking in sixes and now there's a 10 climbing all over you, be weary, okay? And if a bunch of guys wants to bring you in on his bro crowd and make you one of them really fast, and they're buying you drinks and giving you booze and buying you shots, be very weary, because they're trying to get you drunk for a reason, and it's not a good reason. It's to take advantage of you one way or another. And men get taken advantage of sexually as well, not just women. So be careful. Don't go anywhere alone with a bunch of guys. Don't go anywhere alone with a bunch of women. Assaults on men are typically assaults that aren't SA assaults, like women one-on-one, or a group of men will SA assault a woman, but they will also do it to a man in a different capacity. They'll do it to humiliate and hurt a man, but they'll still do it. So please be careful. Don't leave alone with a bunch of guys you don't know. Don't make sure someone knows where you're going, who you're going with, and make sure, girls and guys, if you're going to leave with somebody, you make sure you get caught on a few cameras before you head out. That's all. You make sure of that, and make sure you tell someone where you're going. And if that person can't tell you where you're going and give you an address for you to leave with a friend, then you shouldn't be going there, because that means they don't even know where they're taking you. They're just taking you anywhere they can. And that's not very respectful. It's not treating you well. And more often than not, it's part of a hasty, last minute, filthy plan to take advantage of you. Okay? Don't get in cars with people who are drinking, because it doesn't matter if you end up in a confrontation with someone who is a friend of yours that you care about. Don't worry about hurting their feelings. Don't worry about anything but living. If you can't get a ride home and you don't have any money, go to the bartender and say, I don't have any money and I can't get home and my friends are drunk and my designated driver got drunk. Can you help me? And I will come back tomorrow and pay you. And they will help you. Go to a police officer and say, I can't get home. My DD drank and I have no way to get home and I have no money and nobody to lend me any money. And 9 times out of 10, a police officer will give you a ride home. I guarantee you this. Okay? Everyone is hypervigilant to help people in need. And if you see a girl on the street who needs help, guys and girls, stop and help that girl. If you see a man on the street or a young man getting bullied and you know there's a mob of guys that look like they're ready to take him down and hurt him, don't just stand by silently and pull out your phones and videotape it for TikTok. Do something about it. Make a phone call. Pick up the phone and make a phone call and get that young man some help. Go into a store that's open, a food store, and say he needs help. Go to another group of guys and say, can you guys help him? He needs help. Get in the middle of it, not personally, physically, because you might get hurt, but go out of your way to draw attention to the matter so the right people can help before it's too late, because too many awful outcomes happen after nights like this. And after all of that fabulous advice, I want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Do it safely. Please follow my advice. Big sisters don't lie. And I hope everybody wakes up tomorrow hydrated. Drink your water. Chug it before you go to sleep tonight. Take some vitamin B. And in the morning, if you're sick to your stomach and you're nauseous, in Emerge, what we say is a sip of water, a teaspoon of water every 5 minutes is enough to keep you hydrated and get you back on the train. So a teaspoon of water every 5 minutes, even if you're vomiting. It's not enough to vomit up, but it's enough to start rehydrating you, which will alleviate some of those hangover symptoms, okay? So don't forget it. Water, water, water. And don't go alone and anywhere with anybody, not a female or a male, and no after parties. Nothing good happens at the after party. Only tragedies. And that's all I have to say. Happy New Year, everybody. And I hope to have the comfort of knowing that I made this video, even though it wasn't the most enjoyable and positive. And thanks for watching. And have a lovely evening and a happy New Year. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.